Good morning, Amber.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. I'm so happy you're here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yes, because I want to hear a little bit about your journey today. And you're kind of doing some really cool things we'll call it in the South here, y'all.
Yes, in the Lowcountry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's start with you. How long have you been in real estate? Like, how did you get here? Where did you come from?
Yes.
Have you just been doing this forever?
All the things. It feels like it, but no. So I came into real estate via elementary school teacher, which probably doesn't surprise most people if they're around me long enough. I was a COVID agent. Kudos to my husband, who was already in the industry. He saw the potential and said, why don't you think about getting into real estate? Teachers make really good real estate agents, and they do. A lot of crossover with explaining and patience and systems and organization. So it is a real natural crossover. So that's where I started and got into real estate. Met Josh Kelly, who is the lead of our team, Steadfast Group, and at the time was a solo agent. We were able to start working together and form Steadfast Group and have now been in the industry 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been double that because you've done amazing.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
It's been a fun journey. We've had a lot of fun growing our team. And just, one adventure after the next, which has now led to expanding into another market. And that's been very exciting.
Cool. We're going to get there. I want to hear about maybe kind of your early years. People always say, like, how hard is it to get into real estate? And then all of a sudden, and for some people, I mean, it's a matter of months, and all of a sudden, they're selling these beautiful $1 million houses. Like,
yes.
How was that for you starting out?
Well, lots of hopes and dreams, which I think with tenacity can come true eventually. But it is a lot of work. Those beginning days, I think back, and it was when the market was very busy. A lot of activity, fast pace.
Yes.
I was able to jump in and help with some of the clients that Josh had. So I had a real advantage being on a team, having the ability to put the things into work that I had learned in school and really see it firsthand. It was chaotic is probably a great word. Making decisions really fast. Buyers were not able to really even think through their next decision before they had to make a move, literally. And so that was the way I started. But there's a lot about it with the activities. Just trying to figure out what does my day look like, especially coming from a teaching world where you start very early in the morning. You have a very organized day of activities and lessons that you are responsible for, that you've planned well in advance, and you execute and you stay until the end of the day, and you're still working when you get home. So very much like real estate, that you almost can never turn it off, but the difference is there was just very pointed direction. And for real estate, especially when you're new, there's not always that direction. And so I think as a new agent, navigating what does my day look like? How do I do these activities? A lot of them are new and scary when you're thinking about door knocking or making cold calls and really putting yourself out there day in and day out, knowing it's not always going to be acceptance. Sometimes you're going to have that rejection, and making peace with that and knowing you have to just continue to do the hard thing to find the treasure.
Find the business.
Yeah.
So here we are, fast forward 5 years. Business is probably pretty good for you. It's not as speed to lead, right? We're not running crazy like it was 2020, 2021.
Exactly.
How is your business today? You're still on the same amazing team, I hear?
Yes, still on the amazing Steadfast Group, and it is going really well. And I'll tell you the thing that our team has done that has had a tremendous return is pouring into our clients. The people that we've worked with are continuing to be the people we're pouring into, even after the transaction. We have seen the benefits of just loving on people so much that when the transaction ends, it's a new beginning. And it's the beginning of the continued relationship, and just letting them know how much we appreciated the business that they brought to our team, so that they're bringing other people. And I have seen a lot of return clients this year, which has been very exciting, because when you're new, you just cannot see in the future that I will get to see this person who purchased this home turn around and sell it, and I'll get to be the one to list it. And this year has really been the year I've started to see that, because 5 years in, a lot of people have needed to grow because their family's gotten larger. Some people have relocated with their job, and I've been able to help them navigate that. So this year has brought a lot of success through seeing that
kind of repeat.
The way that we poured into people and the benefit from making that a priority on our team.
I love that.
Yeah.
So definitely a sphere-based business you have.
Very much.
Yeah. Love that.
Yes. And also just seeing the people in my sphere who've sent me business is so rewarding, because you have people who know you and they love you, but then to really stay top of mind and for them to say, hey, Amber's who you need to work with, and to speak my name, to encourage someone to reach out to me, and then for that to turn into business, because then that's a new relationship and that's a new client who is a forever client. And that's really, for us, the priority is just that relationship base. We all talk about that, but we have really leaned into what does that look like, and just continuing to touch base with those people multiple times during the year.
I love that. They literally become part of your family.
Absolutely.
Like. Yeah.
Yes. That's what Steadfast means.
I love it. Okay, so you're working really in the Charlotte market when you first started. You're licensed in both North and South Carolina?
That's correct. Yep. About 6 months in after becoming an agent, I started with my North Carolina license and then got my South Carolina license very quickly, because I saw, being here, being on the border, you have clients who come in saying, we want to look in Charlotte. We want to be 20 minutes from the airport. And then suddenly they discover Fort Mill. And it played in my favor to have both licenses very quickly, because there were many clients who were looking in both states.
Yeah, great. So then, as again, time has, like you said, seasons have changed for you as well.
Yep.
Are you seeing more of your business than in South Carolina? What does that look like? And when did kind of this switch happen?
Yes. So I always knew there would be a time where I would relocate back to the Lowcountry, and the Charleston, Summerville area is where we're based now. Josh knew that as well, and we had kind of, thought about what that would look like and painting that picture, and that was really where the expansion team came in. Once it came time that I knew I would be relocating, I already had my South Carolina license, and I actually had started working in that market about 1.5 years prior to relocating, knowing that that was the long-term goal. It was good to go ahead and learn, a different MLS, a different market, and start working on getting my name out there, that I was able to do business in the area, had a lot of friends, a lot of connections and social network in the Lowcountry. So it was good to work that far in advance to be able to let people know I'm available and I can help you. And then that has led to this past 6 months. June was when I relocated back full time.
Awesome.
And have been in that market full time for 6 months. Just really working on reconnecting with people too. So many friends that I had not seen in several years, and teachers who I had worked with, and I've really had the honor of being able to go back into that school that I worked at for so many years, and love on the teachers, be part of a mentoring program now with the students, and that has just been a gift.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So you're living full-time in the Lowcountry.
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's kind of where this word expansion comes in then.
It is.
And that can be kind of confusing, I guess. So
it is. In simple terms, it is a team, typically a top producing team, who will then expand into a new market.
Got it.
And so for us, the market isn't necessarily new for me, but it is new to have Steadfast in that market. So we are expanding into that market, which means I will be heading up a team there. Right now, it's me, so there is an I in team. But I have all the resources that our team provides with our transaction coordinator and our operations manager. We already have all our systems in place, and that's kind of the beauty of expanding into a new market is you're not scrambling around starting at square one. You're taking what you've already built in one market and applying that to a new market. So it's just a matter of finding the people and connecting with potential buyers and sellers, and then just getting our name out there.
Yeah. Okay, so we know Somerville, Charleston, any of that area then, that
Yes.
you guys, Steadfast team, can help us there.
That's right.
But the Steadfast team didn't leave the Charlotte Metro.
That's correct. Yes. And so Steadfast, the base is in the Ballantyne market here in Charlotte.
Got it.
And then I've expanded into the Charleston. So all the C's, Charlotte and Charleston.
Yes. So either one, if friends want to reach out
That's right.
and make referrals to you, you
Yep.
can help them in both locations.
Absolutely. And I still have many clients that I'm helping here in North Carolina, still traveling back and forth a couple of times a month. And the beauty of the team is even if I can't be here to show a house, I have people that I know are going to take tremendous care of my clients when I can't be there. And that's the case whether you live somewhere or not, that you're not always available to do all the things.
Yes.
And having a team, being able to leverage that is a huge piece.
Yes. All right. So I love all of that. And again, you have a great team to work in both locations. What's kind of been the hardest part for you, kind of making the transition? I know you started, like you said, a year and a half really before because you knew you were going to get to that market.
Right.
So it's been a journey already.
Yep.
What's kind of been the struggle in making that transition?
That's a great question. I would say there's two things. Number one is remembering that I cannot be all things to all people.
Oh, but we like to do that.
I know, and it feels good to feel like I am doing everything.
Yes.
I often will tell people if you have too many meatballs on a tray, then the tray becomes very unbalanced, and you have to remove meatballs. And I have to remind myself of that same advice that you have to remove some meatballs to keep things balanced. It's always a challenge of being there for my family, doing the things in the community that I want to do, and run my business. I can't be in two places at once. It's hard to not want to be the person that does everything for every single client. But again, going back to that piece is just leaning into, I have a team of people who can help.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the biggest challenges. The second challenge I would say is even though I'm going back into a market where I know people, I left as a teacher and I'm returning as a real estate agent.
Yes.
So it's the challenge of letting people know this is who I am and reminding them of what I do now. And just continuing to put things out there that say this is what I'm available for and this is how I can help, and just lots of coffees, lots of lunches, lots of happy hours, lots of reconnecting and all the good conversation, but just the challenge of reminding people I'm a real estate agent and I'm here. I'm no longer in North Carolina full time, and that I'm able to serve in the Lowcountry.
Yeah. So let's go do coffee, right?
Yes.
Yes. That's awesome. I do love that because, again, you're so good at building relationships, and that's what it is. It's
It is.
just making sure that people know where you're serving.
Exactly. Yes.
What do you love the most about this new adventure?
I think for us too, a big change was becoming empty nesters this year. And so really just having the time with my husband and being able to do this business and having children when they're small adds another element to your schedule. And so now that they're both away at college, we just have a lot of time to do the things that we want to do and still spend time together. And so that's the part that I'm really loving is the the freedom. That's probably the best word. The freedom to lean into this as much as I want to and still have the time to spend with my husband and check in on my girls, but not having to cook dinner every night.
Yes, and run everybody else around.
That's right. And I'm only keeping up with my schedule and my husband's schedule and not having to remember where the children are supposed to be.
A mentor of mine talks about seasons a lot. And you are in a really, really, really great season.
We are. It's very exciting.
Yes.
A lot of good things.
A lot of good things. Very blessed.
Yes, so true.
All right, Amber. So if people want to, whether it's in the 2 Cs, Charleston
Yep.
or Charlotte, and they want to reach out to you, is it best via phone or email or both? Why don't you give it to us, and then that way they'll know how to contact you.
Phone call, text message, probably the easiest, and that would be my phone number, 843-324-6733.
Amazing. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
And good luck. I can't wait to come buy a house in Charleston.
I know. Come see me.
I will.